Okay, welcome back to our unit on factoring, and again we're going to talk only about factoring with GCF. Before we get to the actual factoring part, we still have to nail down exactly what GCF is and how it works. So we already did GCF of numbers. Now we're going to talk about GCF of monomials. This is probably the easiest part to do because GCF is about what do they have in common. So I have all 5 examples just on one slide. This won't take too terribly long. You want to know what do they have in common? Well, x to the third really means, 3 x's. And x to the 7th means that there's 7 x's, if you remember your exponent stuff. I'll just put them up here so I don't run out of room. So how many do they have in common? Well, this one has 3. Does this one have 3? Well, that's as many as they have in common. The only thing they can have in common is the smallest one that they have. So this one has 3. Does this one? Yes. So its GCF is x to the third. This is when you're talking about the same variable. You can't have x's go with y's and try to pick them out that way. It's x's with x's, y's with y's, so forth. So this one here, this one has 5. Well, does this one have 5? No. This one has 2. Does this one have at least 2? Well, sure it does. So how many do they have in common is the smallest exponent that they have. So that one is y to the second. So when you're looking at your variables and the ones that they have in common, look to the smallest one, because this one only has 5. Can't have any more than 5, it only is 5. Does this one have at least 5? Yeah, it has more. So the ones that they have in common is they both have at least 5. I know that sounds strange. Just trust me. The only thing they have in common is the smallest one they have. So this one is b to the third. This one has more than 3. This one has more than 3. So all of them have at least 3 b's. So that would be b to the third as its GCF. And the last one, 6. This one doesn't have 6. This one has 2. So maybe 2 in common in all. This one doesn't have 2. How many's here? Well, if you don't see the exponent, remember it's a 1. So this one only has 1. So what they have in common is just 1c. And that's how your GCF works with variables. Pretty simple.